Hi guys, so this is a reading for those who are resonating with currently being in the divine masculine energies. Okay, this read is not designed to keep anybody stuck in what is otherwise quite a toxic situation. So as with any other tarot reading, you have to use your own discernment, okay? It isn't for the tarot readers to tell you what to do. This is just literally as I always say with any kind of tarot read, it's just taking a temperature of the room. The ones who are in charge of the thermostat ultimately are the individuals concerned, okay? So you're in charge of everything here. This read is simply just to help you get a better perspective on the energies that are currently around you in your twin flame dynamic. Really, really important that you use your own discernment, because again, the aim of this is not to keep anybody stuck. Right, so divine masculines. Oh yeah, this video, it can be cross-watched, again, providing that you use your own discernment. All right, okay, so divine masculine energies, please, can we please have the strongest energies that are currently around the divine masculines at this time? Strongest energies around divine masculines, please. Thank you. Okay, so your first card out, the Six of Wands, it's Leo energy, and the Nine of Wands is Sagittarian. Okay, so the strongest energies that are currently around you at this time, divine masculines. Right, this is indicating that you have been on the verge of giving up here with this particular connection with the Nine of Wands. And it's like you're feeling that you've lost the battle, but you're not prepared to lose the war. So there's something here in your current energies that's it's kind of like a means to an end here. Now, obviously, I don't know what this is yet, so you'll know what this is pertaining to. It's also feeling as if you've been put through the battles as well, and it's like you're currently trying to take the last stand when it pertains to this connection. You're being very guarded and watchful, however, you are prepared to try and keep battling through. And of course, your first card out was the Six of Wands. That's the card of victory and overcoming adversities as well. So it's like deep within your soul that there's something that's telling you that this particular connection is actually worth you fighting for. Despite the odds with the Nine of Wands, you're still going to continue to fight for this connection. Have more information, please, for divine masculine. Okay, right, the Knight of Wands, that is usually a very non-committal card. So it's showing me here, divine masculines, that with this card leaving the read, it's like this connection has made you reconsider commitment. For the most part, not all of you, but for the most part, there was something here that it's like a fear of commitment with the Knight of Wands. Because it's leaving the read, I'm seeing that you're leaving this fear of commitment behind. You're rejecting that kind of belief, basically. Anything else, please, for divine masculine? Outside influences. Okay, so your outside influences, the Empress, your divine counterpart. Okay, I'm not sure how much further I can elaborate on that particular card because, you know, it's like the read is speaking for itself here. And it's come out with the Magician as well. So, yeah, repeating messages basically from your first three cards. You were non-committal, you met your divine counterpart, and they have completely turned all of your old beliefs on its head, and you're trying to make this connection here successful. You're going for a victory. At some point you were losing hope and faith, you were, with the Nine of Wands, but there's something here that's giving you a spark again with the Wheel of Fortune, right? That's the card of fate, karma, destiny, the wheel turning in your favour. It's the card of it being the right time. In this particular deck, this Wheel of Fortune indicates the fixed signs. So you could be, or you could be dealing with, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. We've got the Devil here as well, so that's Capricorn energy. I've already shouted out Leo, Sagittarius. You've got Sagittarius again here. You've got Taurus and Libra here with the Empress, and the Magician, which is Mercury energies. So that could be Gemini. It could also be Virgo. Right. There's something, I'm going to wait and see what other cards come out with the Devil before I start talking about the Devil energies, okay? Because at this point in time, it could go either way. Yes, for some of you, you know, because I don't like to make the immediate assumption that the Devil pertains to toxic behaviours, because that isn't always the case, right? For some of you, yeah, your fear of commitment was actually coming across as quite toxic, right? That's for some of you. But I'll wait for more cards to come out before I say, right, so we've got Justice, it's Libra. That's balance. It can also pertain to karma as well. So I'm seeing here for you divine masculines that this has been quite a difficult journey for you. Very, very difficult. You've got karma that's being balanced out. You've got old ways of thinking and doing that is being turned on its head. And it's basically your divine counterpart has been a trigger. That they've been like a catalyst for your change. They have they've kind of propelled you forward into realizing that there was a new way of doing things. Okay, so the Devil card is also indicating that there is an unbreakable bond here between you and your divine counterpart. I know, I'm speaking the obvious because that is what a divine counterpart is, but it's basically just clarifying for you what this particular connection is. You then have the King of Swords, that's Aquarian energy, so it's indicating that you are going to be emotionally detaching yourself from a karmic connection, and you're going to be looking at this connection here more seriously, because for a lot of you, you were not taking this particular connection seriously. Not that you were taking the connection for granted, it's just that you genuinely didn't know what it was. Right. For some of you, there is a very strong desire here for you to reach out and communicate to your divine counterpart. You haven't yet thought of a creative way on how to initiate communication. So this is a read for a divine masculine who is not currently in contact with their counterpart, because we've got a burden here, and the burden is specifically pertaining to communication. There's something here about October as well with that particular pheasant. So there's an insinuation here that around about October, November time, you are going to find the confidence or a clever idea on how you're going to reach out and communicate to your divine counterpart. And under there, the Tower, yeah. again, that's Mars energies, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries. Again, it's a repeating message that basically there's been a split with the Tower. There's also been an epiphany. So I'm seeing this as you didn't get your epiphany about what this particular connection was until something between you broke down, until the connection between you broke down. It was that tower coming down that made you realise that there was far, far more to this particular connection than what had initially met the eye. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune out here with your divine counterpart. So this is a heavy indication that this particular connection is massively divinely protected. It's been divinely guided also. I don't like to sound like, you know, I'm repeating myself or I'm coming out with all of these cliches. I just have to read the cards, right? This is what this particular combination of cards tells me as a reader. So that's why I'm passing it on, right? Right, there's something here as well about a legal contract for some of you. The Devil, Justice and King of Swords. Now, this particular King of Swords, it's giving off a very, very legal vibe because it's come out right next to the Justice card, right? So this is telling me that for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, you need to end an old contract first. So somebody here could still be legally bound to a karmic partner here. Okay, can we please clarify the Magician? Okay, right, so we've got the Five of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse to clarify your Magician. The Five of Swords in reverse can indicate lingering resentment, and it can indicate somebody who leaves suddenly, and it's kind of like there is a bit of rejection here as well. And the Ace of Swords in reverse pertains to confusion, chaos, clouded judgment, misfortunes it can be. So this is telling me here, Divine Masculines, that your counterpart, this tower, whatever this was that came down, for you it felt very, very sudden. You didn't feel that you were given much time here to react to that, right? You felt that it was out of your hands, it was out of your control. You felt quite helpless, basically, and all you could do was sit and watch this tower come down. Somebody here could feel that they were responsible as well. So there is definitely a divine masculine here that is feeling quite guilty. They feel that things wouldn't have collapsed had they have been more intuitive, had they have been more communicative with the Magician and Eight of Wands. Had they have helped in some way to keep this connection going in the right direction. Had they have been more committed to this connection. So whoever the Divine Masculine is that's feeling guilty for this, that this is saying here for you to start making peace with yourself. And that also, this tower moment, it was divinely orchestrated as well. This tower, this relationship, this connection, it had to be pulled down in order to be rebuilt, because it was built on a shaky foundation. It wasn't a solid structure. And it wasn't a solid structure because I'm seeing here that it was quite one-sided. So the divine have somehow separated you both off so that you can reevaluate and to, well, basically so that you could have your epiphany. Because for the most part, the epiphany didn't happen until you were both separated. All right, so I'm looking here at a very carefully thought out plan from the divine. Somebody here is struggling with feelings of how they were being ungrateful, and they're advising you here to start working through that energies and to start ascending from it. All right, because it's not serving you any good remaining in that energies. It's just keeping you stuck. That negative self-talk, that negative train of thought, it's just literally keeping you stuck and restraint, and it's stopping you from doing what you really want to do, which is to reach out and communicate to your divine partner. It's like a vicious cycle. I am going to clarify the King of Swords and Justice because for the most part, this is someone here that is stuck currently in a commitment or a situation, something that involves a legal document, and for me that is as clear as day, Devil, Justice, King of Swords. And that there is a divine masculine here that is trying to figure out a clever way on how they can release themselves from this legal situation or from this karmic situation. Right, so I am going to clarify. There's the Devil, Justice and King of Swords, please. The Moon, secrets and fear. So somebody that the divine masculine, some of you are scared of change. The Hermit and the Sun. So we've now got Pisces, Virgo and Leo. Yeah, some of you are scared of change, as I've already said, and you've been heavily introspecting with the Hermit about how you're going to navigate your way out of this really difficult situation and how to head towards the start of your brand new life with the Sun. Right? That the Sun is the happiest card in tarot. It pertains to joy, success, celebration. Everything that you've been working for, on and towards is coming into fruition. The Sun is basically the start of your brand new life. So yeah, you are definitely trying to figure out, and for some of you, you're actually seeking legal assistance here on how to navigate your way out of this, and so that you can begin your brand new life with your divine counterpart. We've got the Queen of Swords under here, and that's really interesting because now we've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. For some of you, this divine partner connection, it left on quite uneasy terms, right? Because the King and Queen of Swords indicates that a couple have been arguing, and that a couple have kind of bounced back and forth towards each other, really painful words, really cutting words. And for others of you, this is pertaining to your karmic situation, that you're actually scared of that karmic situation. For those of you where this is actually you married to that karmic, it's showing me here that your karmic is not going to go down without a fight, and that basically they could quite possibly try to destroy you, which is what's contributing to your fear of removing yourself from this, yeah, I'm going to say it, toxic situation with the karmic, because you're scared of what they'll do. And under there is the Queen of Cups. So yeah, your divine counterpart is the complete opposite from your karmic. Okay, really interesting energies so far, divine masculines. Further clarity, please, for the Divine Masculine's energies. Okay. I'm actually lost for words here. The Selkie and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. The status quo is keeping you trapped. I am genuinely going to struggle here, Divine Masculines, to elaborate any further on that particular card. It's doing an amazing job at speaking for itself. And literally, it's clarifying your entire read in one card. For some of you, with this being sort of baby seals, this is going to sound really, really morbid, right? But another reader said it, and it's really stuck in my mind, like really stuck in my mind. It's, you know, those hunters that go out clubbing baby seals, and they do it for the pelts, because the pelts are quite valuable, in the same terms as sort of like elephant's ivory, right? This is showing me here, Divine Masculines, that your karmic, I am going to say it as I see it, is using you for your finances. And this is what terrifies you. You're trying to protect your finances. And you know that the karmic is going to take whatever they can from you. That's also what this card is insinuating. It's somebody who's being used. Further clarity, please, for the Divine Masculine. Further clarity, please, for Divine Masculine. Thank you. New love. Yeah, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yep. Thank you. And flirt. Extend your light-hearted energies to others. And at the bottom of the deck, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, Divine Masculines, if you were completely honest with yourselves, you haven't been happy in this situation down here for a long, long time. It's just unfortunate that your divine counterpart came along and really made you open your eyes fully to the situation. It's like you already knew what was going on with the karmic, right? But you wouldn't like verbalize it, or you wouldn't admit it. It's like you kept trying to sort of brush it off, push it under the carpet, pretend it wasn't happening, basically. Then you suddenly met your divine counterpart and it's turned everything on its head. It hasn't made you disconnect from the karmic. It's made you sort of stop trying to make it work with the karmic. It's made you retreat from the karmic, because at some point in time you genuinely thought that with the karmic was the best that it was going to get, and so what other choice did you have other than to try and make it work, right? That's how that was your old way of thinking. Now that this has been put right in front of you, you've completely changed your attitude on like literally everything. I am seeing here that you're going to be building up the confidence with the divine counterpart, and it's like you're going to start flirting with them. I'm seeing here for the most part that you didn't actually verbalize your feelings and your emotions towards the divine counterpart, but there is still definitely, there's like the communication between you and your divine counterpart was suddenly stopped. It's like there was suddenly a brick wall that was put in between you and your divine counterpart. Right, I just had to restart my camera before it cut out. Okay, can we have further clarity for divine masculine? Okay, so we've got, yeah. Wicked, mischievous, naughty, harmful, dangerous, false betrayal, lie, cheat, beware. And I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wanting to date. So you can see how these two cards are the complete opposites of each other, right? So you can see where the information is coming in from, where you've got one karmic situation, which is your wicked, and then your divine counterpart, which is that I like you, right? Somebody here thought that they were imagining their divine counterpart connection. It is indicating that that particular connection is very, very mutual. The only one-sided connection that I'm seeing on this table in this very moment is the one that you have with the karmic. Okay. Have further clarity, please, for the divine masculines. Thank you. Right, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So, yeah, it's like instinctively you wanted to control the situation with the divine counterpart, and it was that has contributed to its collapse. I'm feeling with this one that you weren't quite sure what to do with it. And it's almost as if you approached this divine connection as if it were just any other connection. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So, yeah, you have been fully awakened. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Let's just go with it. To your karmic situation being very one-sided, and you're craving balance and stability, security, and again, indications that for the longest of times you've just been going with this sort of one-sided karmic situation. And healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. So send your divine counterpart positive thoughts and healing. That would actually be beneficial for you both. Have secret messages, please. From divine feminine to the divine masculine, please. Okay, I'm in a constant battle with my mind and my heart. Got anything else, please, from divine feminine to the masculine? Okay, I just wasn't ready for someone like you. And my heart and soul are yearning for you. Okay, so your divine counterpart is struggling just as much as you are with this particular connection. And it's like this was very, very unexpected on both sides. They are going through a lot of internal conflict about this particular connection, a lot. And you're probably picking up on that energies as well, because at the moment you are unsure about reaching out and communicating. The chances are quite high that you are picking up on your divine counterpart's energies, because you mirror to each other. You can feel each other's energies, no matter the distance between, like physical, mental, or both. It doesn't matter. You're constantly picking up on each other's energies, because it's a very, very deep soul connection. You're very much entwined with each other's energies, so it's only natural that you're going to be picking that up. It's like them being in this internal conflict is naturally putting you into an internal conflict, and it's having a knock-on effect with your confidence as well. So it's like you're about to reach out to them and then you suddenly stop. It's because your divine counterpart has felt that you're about to reach out, and then they're like, oh shit. And then they start to go back into this internal conflict. You felt that, and so you've retreated again. Okay, what does Divine Masculine need to focus on at this time, please? What does Divine Masculine need to focus on at this time, please? What does Divine Masculine need to focus? Thank you. Nice big jump. Okay, so your focus, Divine Masculine, is destructive habits, addiction to gambling, alcohol or sex that's negatively impacting relationships, toxic thinking or behaviour. Now, for the most part, I'm genuinely not feeling that addictive behaviours. I'm not. It's destructive when with the negative, toxic thinking, the toxic behaviours. So that is your focus for this month. It's to be mindful of your thoughts and your words, more specifically that you have towards yourself. Because remember, energetically, you're already connected to your divine counterpart, and they are actually picking up on your energies, the same as you are picking up on theirs, okay? What else does Divine Masculine need to focus on at this time, please? Thank you. Mindfulness. Awareness of thoughts without judgment. Meditate, breathe, yoga, being present, and grace. It's another repeating message there, Divine Masculine. Being aware of the thoughts and your feelings that you have about yourself. Healing message, please, for Divine Masculine. Okay, I'll take the first one that jumped out. Otherwise I'd be here all week trying to read all them out. Right, now is the blessing. Life is a timeless moment in the eternal now. You perceive a yesterday, today and tomorrow, but in reality there is only now. Focusing on the past or future keeps you from fully living and receiving life's blessings. Bring your awareness within and you receive a timeless blessing. Yeah, so focus on the here and now. Focus on the energies that you're putting out here and now. With this card, also avoid jumping the gun and expecting disaster as well, because you might end up accidentally manifesting a self-fulfilled prophecy. So avoid catastrophizing in your mind. It's for Divine Masculine, please. For Divine Masculine, please. Okay, start where you are. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next, the universe. Start where you are. Yeah, you're being guided here, Divine Masculines, to start, again, sounds like another cliche, start investing in yourself, start loving yourself. Because at the moment, the energies that you're putting out there is negative self-talk, negative self-thinking, and that's the vibe that you're carrying. So redirect your energies, start showing yourself more love and more compassion, and then that is the vibe that you'll carry. Start where you are. This card is also about how you're unable to undo the past. So use right here, right now, as a starting point to carry you forward. Start where you are. Start putting one foot in front of the other. It's not a race. Absolutely take your time with it. But the main thing is continue to put one foot in front of the other. Continue to move forward. Okay, so yeah, that is what I have for you, Divine Masculines. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then that information can be found in my descriptions box, and it's in my pinned comments below. Please remember to always use your discernment with any tarot read, and even more so with a twin flame connection as well, because there are too many who are involved in, as I said at the beginning, with very toxic situations, and they think it's their twin flame. So always use your discernment, and never keep yourself stuck as well. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely week, and remember to be kind, because we're all just trying to survive. Okay, bye.